Alright, just a quick overview on my past two trades, which were on Tuesday, and they were on GBP and a USD CAD. So I won on GBP and lost on USD CAD. Today's date is 29th of October, and this is the last week of October, so we're expecting some drawbacks on the monthly time frame. But before we talk about Tuesday, we will just have a quick overview on my Sunday roadmap, which is the speculations and little overview that I do for the week to prepare for the upcoming week calendar. So, and what I basically do is mark out the days that I think will be high probability and which days are not so high probability, and I also um, mark them whether they are trading days or non-trading days or a cautious type of day. So on Monday I marked it as trading day, even though we didn't get a trade. So and then on Tuesday we marked it as a trading day as well. Do have two orange folders, and um, I guess it showed us that it was a good trading day with those two wins and losses. Wednesday, um, this is the day that I'll be, I guess, more um, resistant to trade, as there is an FOMC at 3 a.m. for my time, and and that is shown over here at 4 a.m. FOMC press conference, and at 3:30 a.m. as well. Um, and on Thursday, I underlined this due to the fact that I think it will be a high probability day. I did mark this as underlined day as well, which means it's a high probability day. I marked those two dates due to the fact that um, this one is 2 days prior to the FOMC, and this one is after the FOMC, and we usually get a TGIF set up on Fridays. So this Friday would not be as high probability as Thursday. But yeah, so today is Wednesday, so I'll be more cautious as far as entries. But that's all good though. Um, Now continuing on the charts. So this is my roadmap, and using these trading days now that I deem as high probability or low probability, and trading days and non-trading days, I will use them and guide myself through the week using the chart as well. So here we have the 3 month and the monthly chart. So the 3 month is on this side and monthly is on this chart. And so basically I take a screenshot of it and I comment on what I think the order flow is, where the price will be going, and stuff like that. So in this case, I said we are currently at a 3 month fair value gap with a previously monthly wick raid. That's what I was talking about. One thing to be aware of is the fact that monthly is closing in 5 days, and I did speak on that before earlier in this video. And then I said, but I expect price to move further up and get an actual TGIF set up on Friday. So what I'm expecting for this month or the end of this month is to firm move up and then move down once we hit this level or maybe near it. And moving on to the weekly and the daily, we have the daily here, weekly on this side. I said that there will be a weekly wick creating an uptrend. We can see, I don't know why I put a W there. We can see an order block being respected on the weekly, and or daily is showing signs of bullishness from daily fair value gap. So that's a fair value gap showing bullishness there. However, we may need to be wary of the daily volume imbalance, although it has been mitigated previously since okay, that doesn't make sense. Although it has been mitigated previously, it's been mitigated um, right there. And I said since it has been mitigated, the probability of it being a support price going to that level is slimmer. So we may see an early week expansion further up. So basically, what I'm saying is I'm speculating for it to go down here first and then go up. But since it's been mitigated, we may just see a small dump and then move up. And then on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, this is a 4 hour, this is a 1 hour. I talked about, I'm not going to read all this, but basically I talked about these two equal lows being rated, and then our daily is being respected as well. And as far as the Fibonacci retracements, we are in the 0.5% area of the Fibonacci and a breaker block as well, along with the weekly order block. And that's basically what I said in these two comments that I have. Okay, taking into account all of these information, this will help me navigate throughout the week, and following these rules or following these, I was able to scoop a GBP win. And so this is the 4 hour and a daily. Okay. Alright. So there was I think this is a 4 hour fair value. I don't know what its fair value gap is from. I think it's an hour fair value gap. Reacted off of that and just straight dumped. Okay, we need to see more. Yep, as you can see, and then and then as far as entry, this is what we got. I entered off of this candle close, I think, around this area, since it's overlapped this fair value gap. Entered off of this close, and it just dumped from there. I mean, seeing where the price is at now, we can see that it definitely dumped way lower than I suspected. Even though I suspected it to hit this level this week, I didn't think it would be this early. But we move on. We only caught probably a third of this move actually, so it should have been at least. I mean, I was expecting around this area, so around 5R, but it's all good. We can't win everything, so just a 3R trade on this one. Moving on to my loss, which is a USD CAD. I'm gonna come back and fill this out real quick. Just bear with me. Okay, now that I've filled that up, basically what I just did was talk about, insert whether it's in a New York, which session it was in, which was New York, whether it was a news trade. I think there was an orange news photo at that time, and that was for the USD entry premium discount array, which in this case it was a daily gap and a 4-hour gap. Entry time frame was 1 hour. Entry model was a candle closure. And liquidity sweep, there was liquidity that was swept before my entry. Stop loss placement, it was on a 1 hour PD array, which was an order block. Rules broken, no, and the outcome was a loss. And I risked $1,000 and I lost $1,000. And risk was half, so that's wrong. And just so you guys can see the results. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. I'm also currently on this trade as well. Not looking good so far, but we do expect it to move up. So I'm playing off the daily order block, so that might turn out well for me in the long run, but we'll see. And as far as okay, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. So basically this video is just my overview and also just a little bit of my journaling, the process of my journaling, so you guys can see. And so yeah, initially I was aiming for these highs and ultimately that high, but we never even got up to that level. Daily FVG disrespected. And me saying this can also mean that this can becoming less and less probable. Just a little bit of trade management as well. I am gonna mark this area out. If we do close below this, we may collapse the trade early. And mind you, there's like 20 minutes left as well. So yeah, those are my two trades. GBP/USD, I risk 1,000, and I got 3,000 off that. And yep. And as far as inputting it in my journaling for my new trade, this is what I usually do. Take a screenshot of the trade. Don't need that no more. Daily. So I like to take a screenshot of the daily in the 4 hour first, so that way we get a better overview, see what's happening in the higher time frame when I look back on these journaling notes. And I like to comment on them as well. So daily order block along with 4 hour wick raid into the equal lows. Yep, the equal lows are right there, marked by the yellow. And yeah, and then I go into the 1 hour and the 15. Sometimes I don't trade off of the 15, but I think this time I did. Take a screenshot and turn off the 15-minute BB. Hoping for 1 hour FVG. 1 hour FVG to be respected. So after filling that out, so that way my data is compiled in an organized way. So USD CAD, bullish, long, and I entered in a London. And is there a news trade? News after trade, and there's an FOMC after. Entry PD array. It is a daily order block, and that's pretty much it as far as that one. Entered off the 15-minute entry model, breaker block, liquidity sweep, yes. Stop loss placement was on the, I'd say that's a 1 hour PD array. It was broken, no, but keep it up. And now we would just wait for the results, I guess. Thank you guys for watching, and next video will just be on any future trades that I make, and also my Saturday reflections, and then after that I'll most likely do a fresh Sunday roadmap video where I actually go through it in one video and